Welcome to 10 Things We Hate About Metallica. We've done Love Metallica, now we're doing Hate Metallica. It is 10 things each, that we basically rub us up the wrong way about Metallica. As we always say, tongue-in-cheek people, don't take us too seriously on this. There are things we have issues with, but bear this in mind. To both of us, Metallica are legends. They're gods.
Yep.
We both love them deeply. Go watch the Love video to see some of the things we said about that.
Absolutely.
So these 10 things is just... It was hard. I found this one hard.
Yeah. I mean, even with things that you love, there are often things that you wish they wouldn't do, or you know, you maybe don't like as much as you can. Doesn't change the fact that you love them, but you're like, oh, dude, why'd you do that for?
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't struggle with this one, which is quite strange. You know, I actually got to past 10 and then took some off.
Yeah, I got stuck at 8, and then I managed to come up with 2 more. But yeah, so I'll kick it off, as you said, things that shouldn't happen. And it's an album. It's basically Saint Anger. It shouldn't. It's we've talked at length previously about why it needed to happen and why this and this whatever. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, even we can't defend it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have an album on here. And all I wrote was Lulu is a travesty. Pretty blunt. You know, this is that whole thing. Like, I understand, like you said with Saint Anger, they want to do it, they're gonna do it, and that's fine. It's the only album I honestly feel by Metallica, even including Saint Anger, that I have to pretend doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. I don't like Saint Anger, but there is 1 or 2 songs I'm alright with.
Okay, yeah. And
I can deal with the fact that it exists, but to me, I can't acknowledge Lulu. And I have just acknowledged Lulu.
Yeah, you've just done it. Yeah, it exists.
I have to, like, you know, if anyone ever comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, get me into metal," what albums have Metallica done? I ain't saying Lulu.
No.
I'll say the rest of them. I'll be like, Saint Anger, but it's pretty shit. And I'll say the rest of them, but I ain't gonna be like, "Oh, and they did one called Lulu." I'll just be like, "Nah, it's not them."
They had a couple of years off.
Yeah, it's a different band.
It's Lou Reed with hand puppets.
It's Metallica, but it's like 1 L.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, my next one's a song, but you might actually have this as well, because we've discussed this. We did a podcast about Metallica only, and we discussed this song. It's Low Man's Lyric.
Oh, right, okay.
Low Man's Lyric might...
Eyes.
And that really long ending. Probably one of the worst songs Metallica have ever done.
I haven't actually got that.
Okay, but you have a song?
No, I don't actually have a song.
Cool.
Although I have I'll go into this next one, because I do name a couple of songs, or at least lines from songs.
Fair enough.
Lyrically, fuck me, they can be weak sometimes.
Yeah.
They have some really good ones, like really good songs that I like lyrically. I mean, I know one was a tribute to a film of a book.
Yep.
You know, so maybe that was easier to write. But a lot of And Justice for All has really strong lyrics.
Yep. Yeah.
But let me just run through a few that don't.
Right.
Frantic.
Oh, of course.
Sorry, I should say it properly, shouldn't I?
Just finished.
Frantic, tick, 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 tock.
Yep.
Fuck my life, that is terrible. How sweet are you?
Oh, yeah.
You know that is Sweet Amber. How sweet are you?
So I just go back to Frantic. I just remember the next part line. My lifestyle determines my death style. Yeah. What?
But even that, so they're both off Saint Anger.
Yeah.
But it's not exclusive to Saint Anger. Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Yeah.
I know the song itself is just called Hardwired, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's terrible lyrically. It's not a good song lyrically.
I'd have to be reminded of it.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. It's the title.
Jump
in the fire, which I always take the piss out of because of the way he does it. With his, come on, jump in the fire. Come on, jump in the fire. That's all it is in the chorus.
Yeah.
I mean, Kill 'Em All, actually outside of the Four Horsemen, has some terrible lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Searching, Seek and Destroy.
Yeah.
Catchy as fuck, great live song, shit lyrics.
Yeah, it is.
Lyrically, one of the things with Metallica, and I think they do it on purpose, is they don't, like a lot of bands in metal, they don't seem to take any political stance or anything like that.
It's just subject, isn't it, with them? Yeah.
Which is fine if that's one, you know, like they'll do songs, everything from a car, like Fuel.
Yeah.
Stuff that their mama's saying. You know, there's like no limit to where they'll go, but they don't seem to have a particular stance on anything political, which is fine. You know, that's how they want to do it. But yeah, lyrically, Yeah, sometimes I struggle.
Yeah, you make it.
Pretty why I like Orion so much.
Lyrics, nothing to worry about. You probably have this next one on yours, but one of the things obviously I hate about Metallica is the haircut and makeup phase.
Right.
The very difficult section of Metallica where, they were on the front cover of a magazine wearing makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, I put the load reload image, and then to remind myself, alright, red wine, cigars, suits, floral shirts, what the fuck?
Yeah, that exactly.
Eyeliner, when it.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I didn't get
always...
it. I didn't think it's like I remember when I wrote like other notes about it at the time, but it was like I couldn't understand. It was on the Machine Head one. We spoke about like the burning red change, and it was like you can change your sound, but you don't have to change your image.
That's right.
I don't understand why nothing in load or reload, because that was like the timing of it, reflects that image. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you doing a song like Attitude? Why does that require eyeliner?
Yeah.
Or a cigar. I couldn't get my head around it, so it made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I do. I have that as well. I agree.
Well, as it kind of ties into that, I'll go in the next one as well. Releasing Load and Reload, when it should have been just basically stripped down and released just one album that had the best of Load and Reload, which would have then probably been a fucking solid ass album. A stripped back, why release this double album?
Yeah.
Like as it was, where a lot of it, particularly on Reload, was filler, like cutting room stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe it was because it should have been, and you're like, no, we want to do Load and Reload as a double album, but we don't have quality, so you just went for quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. This is a bit of a weird one because I also quite like it, but I hate it as well. Which is Some Kind of Monster.
Yep.
It's one of those things, a bit like Saint Anger. It's like understanding the reason for it, appreciating the insight, but also finding it so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
Kind of killing my impression of some of my heroes at points, especially with James. It really damaged my feelings about him at the time.
I'm not enjoying being in the room with you playing.
I don't understand who you are, okay? I realize now that I barely knew you before.
It's been a beast, and it's sucked a lot of me into it.
And did the opposite with other people who I thought were the dicks, like Lars, which I actually thought Lars came across really, really well in it. But all together, it's still a hugely uncomfortable watch, man.
It's on my list as well for the exact same reasons. If someone came to me who didn't really like metal or had cursory knowledge of Metallica and went, oh, I picked up a Metallica DVD, Some Kind of Monster, I'd be like, don't watch it. Yeah. That's not what... Go get Cunning Stunts instead, not that. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. How they treated Jason Newsted.
Got the same one.
Yeah. Ultimately, this has never ever sat well with me. Even the older I get, I know times have changed and they're cool and all that kind of thing. But at the time, they made that man look and feel like a hired gun.
Yeah. They never really... I always got the feeling that they didn't really want to replace Cliff.
Yeah.
But they had to.
Oh.
So they brought him in. That's why he doesn't feature heavily on Injustice, because it was so soon after.
Yeah.
And never really embraced him in the band properly because they didn't want him. They wanted Cliff.
Yeah.
So, in a way, I kind of understand why it was difficult, but it doesn't excuse the way that they treated him, because he was treated like shit, man. I remember stories about it. I wrote some of the things down that I remembered about it, about the Echo Brain times.
Oh.
When Metallica were on like an 8-year gap without an album, and Jason wanted to record with Echo Brain.
I remember
and James
this.
said I can't remember the line, but he basically said it's like cheating on your wife.
Yeah, you're Metallica or you're not.
Metallica or you're not.
Oh.
And it's like, that's fair enough, but when he is in Metallica, you refuse to allow him to contribute. He's only credited on 3 tracks out of everything that he's done with Metallica.
Ooh,
so it never sat well with me either, because we're both fans of Jason Newsted.
Yep.
I like the man. Big metal dude. Like he's done some cool stuff in metal, and it sucks to see it.
Yeah. You want to go next? You're next.
You can do. So, this is more about the second part of this, but their ticket prices, but more so their unwillingness to do something about it. Because if one band could change the way that ticket agents take the piss, it's Metallica.
Yep.
No one else could in metal.
Yeah.
But Metallica could. And it's not so much that they charge too much, it's the fact that because it's the fact that they don't seem to care that the charges are going up. The whole get me in and the extortionate prices to go to a show. They're the sort of band who could change it.
Yeah.
They could come out and throw the full weight of Metallica behind a ticket agency saying, you ain't selling our tickets at that price.
Yep.
And the ticket agency would listen.
Yeah,
no one else could do that, I don't think.
Yep.
Or very few anyway. Maybe a consortium like an Iron Maiden, a Slayer and all that could get together and do it.
Yep.
But I don't think anyone on their own could. And I think Metallica could change the ticket agency if they cared enough to do so.
Yeah, I had something similar. It was pricing to fans that have seen them live and not caring.
Yeah.
Which is basically exactly the same thing. You're absolutely right. I 100% agree with you. I believe if all these musicians often come on and they complain and they say, they understand fans and all that, but no one seems willing to change it.
Yeah.
And truth be told, the reason why a lot of them don't is because secretly they're like, don't want to lose money and stuff like that. But yeah, if there's ever a band that could, in our world, that could really make a difference, it would be Metallica. Yeah.
I honestly think that they could. They have enough power that they could protect their own pocket and reduce the amount the booking agents are taking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they could do. And so when imagine you're selling Metallica tickets for any ticket seller. This is a profit-making time. Yeah. And they're not going to let you sell the tickets unless you sell them at this price and take this much cut instead.
Yep.
What are you going to do? Not sell them?
Well, exactly. Yeah. What stance can they really fucking take?
With other people, you can say no. We'll sell them at the price we want because if we don't, you ain't going to have no one come to your show. But this is Metallica. Metallica say tomorrow. For the next show that we do, we've decided we're not going to do it through a ticket agency. If you want to buy a ticket, you got to come to our website.
Exactly, yeah.
They'll still sell out every show.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
it'd be hell of amazing.
They can do that.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. Bring back Big Day Out.
Yeah.
I never went to one because I was too young at the time. So pretty much, yeah. And yeah, it seems like it was cool shit. You've been to it, so
I went to one. Yeah, it was a great little festival, man. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
easy.
I'm well up for that.
Bring back Big Day Out.
So this is going to contradict the Love one.
Go on.
Bit. I hate that they do what they want, even if it is detrimental to their fans themselves or their genre.
It's a good one to have and hate as well. Yeah.
So I love it sometimes because you're like, yeah, that's it, guys. Do whatever the fuck you like.
Yeah.
You're Metallica, but on the other side, it's like, well, yeah, but not that.
Yeah. Not that.
Do whatever you want. Not Lulu.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I meant.
Do what you want in metal.
There's a level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, sometimes I just wish. It's not always a thing they do. It might be a thing they say or a thing they refuse to do. Like their meet and greets that they do at their gigs where it basically it's probably going to be robbed because none of the rest of the band are really that interested in it.
Yep.
So you pay $2,500 and you might meet a member of Metallica.
Yeah.
I look at that and I think, like, when you guys sat down and come up with that plan, did none of you think that was a shit idea?
Yeah.
Surely somebody out of the four of you thought, that doesn't sound good, does it? Perhaps we shouldn't do them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I agree, yeah. Yeah. Which kind of ties into this next one. So one of the things I hate about Metallica, at some stage or another, each member of that band has done something in a way like that made me dislike them heavily. Be it a certain period, a certain thing they said, or a certain done. Each member, I'll quickly go through them. So Lars, the early years of Lars, but I'd say Black Album and so on, where he seemed to be the most arrogant prick going out there. He had good reason to be, but man, oh man, was he fucking hard to read about. He really was, and I like Lars. James, during Some Kind of Monster, saying anger period, the guy came across like a melon. Which, as Brendan said already, Lars came across great in that, Kirk, I don't know him. I don't know him, of course. But the impression I get is the man is a bit of a pansy. Is that the word I want to use?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of works. Soppy. Introvert, shy. It's a bit strange, actually, because actually the first line that you say is weird enough already. We don't know any of them, but we've been following Metallica long enough now that you would think we'd know a bit about Kirk. But Kirk's a fucking mystery. I don't even know if he's real.
I know he likes surfing and likes horror.
He don't say a lot. He can be like a hologram.
It's Jason Newsted in disguise.
It's Dave.
Oh yeah, that's what he's all annoyed about. He can't get acknowledgement. But
they keep calling me Kirk.
But even like the other guys, Jason, I feel he picked the wrong time to leave Metallica. They were on the path going somewhere better. There was light at the end of the tunnel, and I get he'd had enough, but I feel like had he stuck it out, he'd be an integral part of that band.
Yeah, I think he would have as well. I think a time came when Metallica were basically when Rob came into the band. I don't think it was about Rob. I think it was about the fact that they were now okay.
Yep.
They'd come to terms with Cliff not being there and the bassist and doing it properly, and that Jason could have been there for.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't know how hard it was for him to be in there, do we? That's the thing. I mean,
that's the thing.
It must take a lot to decide you're going to walk away from Metallica.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
So it got that bad.
Yeah, it got that bad. Absolutely. Rob, simple. When he dreads his hair, those dreads look absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And I can I just jump in on the Rob one?
Go on.
I don't like the walk thing.
Oh,
You're not a crab. Why are you being a crab? Stop it. I don't understand it. I mean, it's not. It doesn't make you a better bassist. It doesn't look. It's just weird.
It's an unusual
it's like
thing.
It's like just getting up and like I don't know, doing a weird march across the stage, and then we're going, yes. I think like stop cheering him because he'll do it again.
I'm gonna go one more because help me. I'm not including Cliff Burton in this, obviously.
Yeah.
What's call it? But I will say one thing about the whole. Actually, I will. The whole how Kill 'Em All album title came about, which is the label. Cliff wanted to call it Metal Up Your Arse, and and when it came back to the label, he apparently said, "Oh, Kill 'Em All." And it's like that sounds like it must have been the cheesiest thing. Like I'm sure it was said with Venom and all that.
Yeah.
But when I said it in my head, I'm like, he was like, "Kill 'Em All," and what Lars went. Like a light bulb went over his head, you know. It seems really shit. But Dave Mustaine, of course, ultimately as well. Do I really need to go into detail as to why?
That's a whole video.
Yeah, that's a separate. Oh my god, that's a 10 things we love and I hate about Dave Mustaine.
That Mega Dave.
Yes, excellent. Yeah.
What else have I got here?
Got one more.
Oh, have I? How terrible. I've got two.
Okay,
I've
cool.
still got two. But I hate that they are so well known that non-metal fans always come up to me, and when they say to me, "Do you like metal?" I say yes, and they go, "Oh, have you ever heard this band called Metallica?" I've heard this song called Enter Sandman.
That's brilliant.
I hate that. It's like it's not their fault. And like I said, we said actually it's a positive the fact that they crossed the genres that way.
Yep.
However, it's always that one album and that one song.
Yeah.
I don't even get that with Nothing Else Matters, which
No.
would be the one. It's always Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
And they don't even always know the name of it. They'll just come to me and go, like
the Neverland one.
And I'll be like, yeah, you don't need to go Enter Sandman. I know already. Do you like metal? Yes, and I do know who Metallica are, and I've heard Enter Sandman. Fuck off.
Brilliant. Well, I'll do my last one then, and the last one. Covers. Metallica. For some reason, like Garage Inc. and all them are kind of lauded as good albums, but Metallica's covers, I would say 75% are pretty shit or offer nothing new or fresh or interesting about it. Yeah, some terrible covers, you know?
Yep. Okay.
You're laughing.
Yeah. This may be not a serious
Go on.
one. I'm really upset that they dumped Machine Head for Ghost. Two reasons. One, because I don't like Ghost.
Yeah.
I do like Machine Head. Yes, people may have noticed. But secondly, more seriously, there was a point when they did that tour and they brought like Machine Head out, and I think the Sword were
That's right,
supporting them, and Death Magnetic came out.
Yep.
It was like Metallica had gone back heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it may not have all been the old school sound and the old thrash and all that, but it was heavy. They were touring with heavy bands.
Yep.
You know, they was releasing heavy music. Then they fucked off, and I know Hardwired came out and it's got heavy stuff on it, right? So I'm gonna leave that one out a little bit. But then like I got Lulu, and now they're touring with Ghost, which to me is not great. You know, I'm not a fan. I know, like, you know, don't get me wrong, I know they're popular and that's great and all that. But, you know, it was like, there's all this promise. I was like, they're going to be touring with fucking people like Machine Head, and we'll get Fear Factory on here, we'll get, like, Max Cavalera and James Hetfield on stage together. And instead, they pop a fucking Emeritus, the 14th or whatever he is, which is actually still the first, but just wearing a different hat.
Yeah, you turn it as an anti-ghost thing.
Sorry.
We'll do it. We'll do a 10 ghost.
10 things I love about Ghost.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
But yeah, that's more of a jokey one. Although the serious side to it is that, like, obviously being a big Machine Head fan, seeing the two of them play together was awesome. And then Metallica released the heavy music, Machine Head released the Blackening. Everything was good.
And then they
went
dropped
and
it.
fucked it.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is, had they been like, we're going up Machine Head again next year, Machine Head ain't going to even have. I'm only going to have a band potentially by next year.
Yeah.
So that
Probably
would have been a
because
problem.
of this. That's probably why Phil and Dave are leaving.
Oh, then maybe they're joining
Maybe
Metallica.
they're joining
Oh,
Ghost.
they're going to be nameless schools.
They're going to be named schools. That's
Oh, brilliant!
They'll
Good
be-
on them.
They'll be suing Cardinal Copia in a couple of years' time. But yeah,
And that's it, isn't it?
that's it. I'm out.
There's 10 things we love. Yeah.
Hate.
Apologies. 10 things we
Love
hate.
to hate.
Because you started talking about loving Machine Head and
Yeah,
Metallica
yeah.
on stage. 10 things we hate about
My fault.
Metallica.
It was my fault.
Make sure you check out the 10 things you love and all the other videos in the series so far. If you want to see us do something, cover it. We've already talked a couple back and forth that we're now thought of, because that's how it works. Just hit us up in the comments or send us a message or something, whatever.
If you watch the video, thumbs up or thumbs down that way, and subscribe.
Basically, yeah. We could do with that, actually.
Yeah.